I met Richard when I was 10, and then throughout that time I met him again in Selyock, which I was at during school at the time. And we worked on a project, and then since then I've been doing work experience throughout the school, from sixth form, from college. Throughout those times we did many films, many projects. And then after that I did an apprenticeship, like 2 years ahead of time, which was quite long. But it was worth it in the end. And that was for Open Theatre, and then I did another apprenticeship working with Melissa Daly at the Rep. And since then now I've become a freelance drawing practitioner, doing projects like this now.
So what kind of things, so you do acting as well, don't you? And you work in schools. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of work you do when you're in schools?
We do physical theatre without the use of words, so usually we use the term for non-verbal physical theatre. So we try to act with our bodies without no words at all. Teachers always tell you your options and what you're good at and what you're best at, but then there's some teachers out there that just want to say you have to be realistic at your approach, and I'm just like, okay, well then, I don't know what to say about that. So really, the teacher who I had the most impact for is Malcolm Pomeroy, who worked closely with Richard at the time. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had this path in the first place. So he essentially gave me that leg up to work with Richard in work experience in the first place.
And what made you want to do this project now? What inspired you?
I think it was like during my time when I was doing work experience at the time when I was working with Richard, and we did an activity pretending to open a door. And so basically one person just knocks on the door and someone hears it and they open the door, even though there's no door here at the moment. And then the other person beyond the door literally just does something wacky, random, scary, or probably silly sounds like fart noises.
Why do you think an arts experience at school is important?
So that way, I think, so that they have an option on wanting to do what we do, but it all depends on how they feel and how emotionally invested they want to be in this sort of line of work, because it all depends on how you get them to be influenced enough to be in this. So like I said, I wasn't influenced enough until someone gave me that leg up. So it just takes one person to give them that kind of support in approaching this enough, and actually working towards it, just like I have through my time in school.
So how comfortable would you say you are with being described as autistic or on the autism spectrum?
To be fair, I wasn't really aware of it when I was like 10 or 11, or for the years since I've met Richard, to be honest. And to be fair, I really didn't ask about these types of things. I kept on just being who I was and making the best out of what I could do, rather than just knowing what that particular label was, how why it's so frightening the way people say it is, but it's not. It really kind of turns it into more of a strength rather than looking at it on the other side of things. So to me, I'd rather just see it as me just being me and not being a label. Like, for example, I'm not a computer or a piece of technology or a piece of card you can just put on me. So yeah, it's just one of those where I just see it as a positive and not a negative.
Okay, so Alana, can you tell me a bit about how you found working on this project behind closed doors?
Actually pretty fun. Definitely the part when I got to slam a book on Jake's foot.
You're part of Open Mac, aren't you? So you do drama every week. How does that help you? What do you enjoy about it?
It helps me with my confidence of performing in front of people.
But what do you like about it being non-verbal?
It's a lot more entertaining for people that can't actually talk, and you can show what you're saying by body movements. If you don't have friends that are non-verbal, it helps gain those friends like that.
That's really nice. So you make all these connections with people. Is there anything else you like about doing drama?
I can always bring out my drama queen. Filming is a lot different because you're on camera and you made film with it instead of actually doing it in front of like many people.
And what do you think you get most nervous for?
With this, I don't think I'd get nervous at all.
Is that because it's not a live audience, so you can do it again?
It's not a live audience, so you can do it as many times and you wouldn't get scared, would you?
Fab. So, Reese and Lewis, you've been going to Open Mac for a while, haven't you?
Yes.
How long have you been going for?
I do not know.
Since lockdown started.
Too long.
Too long to remember.
But
and you've done some shows, haven't you, as well? With them?
Yes.
Yes, we done one at the Rep and
Today.
YouTube.
And today we've done filming, haven't we? What makes it fun?
Doing the warm up.
The inclusivity. If you're disabled, or if you're impaired, you can just come here.
Before we start, we do a warm up.
Yeah, the warm-up's pretty good. It's got a catchy music.
What do you do in the warm-up?
We do.
It's
We-
the head, shoulders, knees and toes, birds, knees first.
Knees is first, then heads, shoulders, tummies, and feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they added stomachs in.
That's what we do in the warm up.
So for this Behind Closed Doors project, what did you have to do for your creative challenge?
Go behind the door, do something unexpected. So like, well, guitar or lightsaber, vroom vroom.
And we had a little practice on Zoom, didn't we, as well?
Yeah.
We used the camera and we were hiding. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any skills in drama that you've been able to practice?
Yeah, I can do slapstick and a melodrama characters.
Slapstick is in movies as well.
Yeah.
Slapstick's really funny, though.
And Jake's very good at that, isn't he?
Slapstick. Slapstick's really funny.
Okay, so Lucy and Amy, you've been going to Open Mac for a while, haven't you? How long have you been going for?
We don't know.
Too long to remember.
Mhm.
And what do you like about this kind of drama?
It's fun. It's hilarious.
What makes it hilarious?
When he falls over.
That's Jake. Get lots of laughs with Jake, don't you?
I don't know anything about the project. Tell me about the project. What is the project?
We have to make a film. We have to do something behind the door. Then we have to walk in, and then we have to do something.
So when we did those Zoom, we did Open Mac over Zoom, didn't we?
Mhm.
And we said you need to cover the screen and then appear behind the screen.
Oh
and I
yes,
remember you guys, you put
yeah.
something in front of the screen, didn't
Oh,
you? What did
yeah.
you have?
We had a big stuffed animal.
It was a unicorn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we said find any prop in the house.
Well, that was a big fail
Why do you think that?
because it keeps knocking over.
It was tricky, wasn't it, over Zoom to get it right?
Mm.
But we were experimenting.
Yep.
So we've got Maria and her daughters Lucy and Amy who are involved in the Behind Closed Doors project with Open Mac. Maria, could you tell us a bit about the different kinds of drama that Lucy and Amy have been involved in?
Lucy and Amy have done open theatre for the last 3-4 years maybe. We've worked with Richard from Cherry Oak School, so I've grown up with him, sort of.
Yeah.
But you've really enjoyed it, haven't you, coming out and doing after school activities and then doing work inside school as well, because they do it at Fox Hollies as well now. So it builds up their confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Then you get to meet all different people. And what else do you like to do? You get to go to all different shows, don't you?
Yeah.
as a treat.
Yeah,
What
watching
else?
shows as well
Yeah.
as performing, that's a really good opportunity, isn't it?
You make some really nice friends. It's really good for their confidence and like meeting new people and friendships more than anything. Because I know our children like struggle with friendships and things like that. And there's not many activities outside of school that cater for children with disabilities. They shine. I can't explain it. Do you know, they
That's
come
a
out
really
of
nice way
themselves.
explaining it.
They come out of themselves, like they can express more. So if they can't say what they want to say, they can show us by actually doing it.
This is Richard Hayhau, and he runs Open Theatre Company, and he's pretty much responsible for where I am today.
That sounds like a bit of a big deal. Where are you today, Jake?
I'm here doing a project.
Of your own making, which
Yes.
is amazing. Yes, I met Jake when he was 10, probably about this high, in school. He was involved in one of the first projects I ever did with a special school, and it actually ended up being here at the Rep, which is amazing. And then we carry on working with the school, and Jake ended up when he was old enough to become my apprentice, and he worked with me in schools maybe 3-4 years, not pretty well all year round. What was great about that was not just that Jake understood what was going on, but he helped create many of the exercises that we developed in school, and because we had a really good sort of working rapport, we were able to bounce off each other an incredible amount. And as Jake recently said, I would come into the school and say, "Oh, Jake, we're doing this today." And he went, "Oh, okay." And we just went on and did stuff together. So it was a really exciting journey to work with Jake over all that time, but also quite fundamental to our way of working, which is about a dynamic between people. It's not just about what one person does. So working with Jake was a real positive influence on the way the work developed over many years. But also what's great now is that many young people see Jake as who they want to be, and they follow what he does, and he's, in a way, he's able to do that sort of peer work with young people that really enables them to flourish.
Who wants to answer the question?
What's the role of digital work in all of this? How's that helped us?
I think it's helped us quite a bit. It's helped us expand quite a bit as well. Not just like from doing theatre performances, but also expanding more behind the camera as well. And I think I've had a bit of a practice on that. I've made home videos, and I've also done short films throughout my time with doing throughout the apprenticeship with Home Theatre, including the rep apprenticeship as well. And I think it's kind of helped us, including me, to do more projects like this now in the future. I mean, there's also other projects I want to do, but this project, including, it will help me, get further into the digital business. So, yeah.
I think it's a great way that people reveal the sort of talents that you didn't know they had as well. So some of the things you see online when you're Zooming with people are quite extraordinary, and it just makes you want to go, I want to capture that, I want to play with that, I want to do something with that. So there's been quite a growth in people's creativity during this time as well, which is really exciting.
So how has this work sort of influenced the way you express your emotions and understand your emotions?
I think looking back now, back when I was really young, I guess as a kid, like any other kid with like teachers do, they like to put, labels and like to tell them off. But yeah, I had a lot of anger issues back then when I was younger, and I think this work has helped me grow as a person and helped me to basically turn anger into a physical theatre emotion emotional impact for me. Yeah, and how that's helped when I work with other young people is, let's just say if they're messing about, like if I told them to work with a door, I wouldn't really tell them how to do it. I would just ask them, show me what you've been working on, and they show me. If they haven't worked on much, then I would just try and show them rather than tell them, rather than just telling them and just showing them what they can do to improve on what could be done best. So.